when voters consider the issue of abortion squarely. It's Roe v. Last year. It's bad news for Republicans, who have lost ballot measure after ballot measure supporting reproductive rights since the dismissal of the Wade case. And here the GOP primary candidates say it. The next president won't be willing or able to do much about abortion. A transparent effort skirt a losing issue. Donald Trump, a clear frontrunner, has occasionally indulged in magical thinking, suggesting he could come up with a national ban that Americans on both sides of the issue would love. More realistically, he has tried to defuse the issue by doing things like calling the 6-week abortion ban terrible, while also running ads bragging about choosing abortion, with a wink and nod to evangelical voters. The justices who overturned Roe, Nikki Haley, another hopeful member of the GOP, emphasized that national ban is impossible. Congress will never pass such a ban in the near future. And abortion opponents are needlessly alienating undecided voters by debating law. The message from these candidates is clear: a Republican president won't have much on abortion. At least that's message sent by Project 2025, policy book prepared by Heritage Foundation and more than 70 other conservative groups and distributed to each of GOP primary candidates. Heritage does not dispute Haley's skepticism about congressional willingness to pass the ban. Nor does he indulge Trump's enthralled art-the-deal-style fantasy of consensus after 50 years. Hard-fought. Heritage argues instead that the United States already has a national ban and all that is needed is a conservative president willing to enforce it. This approach would offer any future GOP president a quick fix to party's political quandary. Campaign on the status quo, but try to implement phantom national ban once in office. The story behind Heritage's claim begins in the 19th century, with the passage of a sexual purity law that made it a crime to send or receive by post items intended, designed or adapted for abortion. Exactly what the Comstock Act said or meant, especially regarding abortion, was unclear at the time it was enacted. At the time, states were criminalizing abortion in early pregnancy for the first time, with exceptions in life. Members of Congress seemed unsure whether the bill covered legal or medically necessary abortions. From Slate: How Republican Courts Could Sabotage Ohio's Abortion Vote and Future Ballot Measures in the years since, courts have not interpreted the Comstock Act as an outright ban on all abortions. By the 1930s, courts were interpreting the law as a kind of implied health exception that applied to doctors and those who did business with them. For decades, no one has mentioned the law in the context of abortion. None of this matters to the groups developing Project 2025. Heritage argues federal law prohibits mailing any item that is advertised or described in a way would cause another use or practice it.